Hi, kindergartners. Today we're going to be doing math lesson 102. We're going to talk about dividing by sharing and comparing numbers through 10. Today we're going to learn more about how to play the card game War using some more cards. Now, we played the card game War before, but we only used the numbers 1 through 10. So now we're going to add some more cards to it. In a regular deck of cards, there's the numbers ace or 1 through 10. And then we also have these other cards. They look like this. Look carefully at them. You see there's faces on it and a letter instead of a number. So we have 3 cards. One is called a jack, looks like this. One is a queen, and one is a king. Now, the jack is the one with the J on it, because jack and jack starts with a J. The queen starts with Q, and that says the qu sound. So the queen is this card. And this is the king. The letter K says K, and it's the king card. So this is the jack of diamonds, the queen of diamonds, and the king of diamonds. And then remember, there's 4 different kinds of cards, or suits we call them. And those are the diamonds. These are the clubs. And there's the same. There's the jack, queen, and king of clubs. And there's the spades. So again, we have the jack, queen, and king of spades. And then we have the hearts. And the jack of hearts, queen of hearts, king of hearts. Remember, the jack comes first. So that's kind of like the first card that beats a 10. Or we could even think of it as like an 11 card. So jack is 1 higher than the 10. The queen is 1 higher than the jack, kind of like 12. And the king is 1 higher than the queen, or like a 13. Okay, so we're going to mix these cards into our cards, our regular cards, our deck of cards, and use them as well as the other ones to play a game of war. All right, so I'm going to do some shuffling, and that means you mix up the deck of cards. You get them all mixed up so that way it's fair and all of the cards are mixed up. There's no kind of order at all. Okay, once we have the cards mixed up or shuffled, then we want to pass them out so that everybody gets the same amount of cards. So to do that, you don't want to just kind of like eye it up and say, yeah, that's about right for you, and that looks about right for you, and then they're pretty even, that's all right for you. No, we want to do it more organized. We want to make sure that every person has the exact same amount. So this is the way we're going to do that. We're going to deal the cards out. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to get a couple of friends to help me, and I'll show you what I mean. So here are my friends, and we're going to deal out the cards. My friends, I'll just introduce you. We have Doc here, Oswald, and Edabetta. And then there's me. So there's 4 people going to play the game. We always start with our first person on our left, and we give 1 to Edabetta, 1 to Oswald, 1 to Doc, and 1 to me. And then we go to 2 for each person. And we want to keep doing this until all the cards are dealt out and everybody has the same amount of cards. So we keep going round and round until everybody has the same and all the cards are dealt. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to just pause this so that I can take care of that. Okay, so all of the cards have been dealt out, and everybody has a stack of cards. And there's the same amount of cards in every person's stack. So now we're going to take the top card off of our stack, turn it face up in front of us, and to play the game. So Edabetta turns over a jack, Oswald turns over a 3, Doc turns over a queen, and I have a 4. Okay, so which card is the highest? As we look around, 3 is the lowest one, 4 is higher than that. We have a jack that's a lot higher than my 4, but the queen And that's the highest of all. So Doc gets to keep all of these cards. Remember, we just grab them and put them next to her so that she has her stack. Then we go to the next round and we turn over the top card for every person turns over their top card. All right. So we've got a 6, an 8, a 9, and a 10. So who has the highest card? Well, that would be Doc because 10 is higher than 9 and 8 and 6. So Doc wins again. Okay, so Doc has won 2 rounds so far, so good job, Doc. And now we're going to do our next round. So everybody turns over the next card in the top of their stack. I have a 9, Edabetta has a 10. Also, ooh, a tie, another 10, and Doc is a 5. Okay, so now we have a war situation. Edabetta has a 10 and Oswald has a 10, and they're the top 2 or the highest 2 cards. So that means that they have to do like a battle. So whoever wins the battle just between the 2 of them gets to have all of the cards that are on the table. So when you do this, each player puts one card down, says I. Then you put a second card down, declare. And then you turn the third card over and you say war. And you say, I declare war. Now, the last card they turned over is the one that decides the battle. So Edabetta has a king and Oswald has a 5. That means that Edabetta wins the battle. So she gets to have all of these cards, all of them, every single one, mine and Doc's as well as Oswald's, in her stack. So she won all of those cards in that war. And then you go back to playing regular, right? So then Edabetta turns over the next card, and Oswald, and Doc, and me, and Edabetta wins again. Her queen is higher than the jack, which is higher than the 5, which is higher than my 3. So Edabetta is doing very well right now. Okay, so you keep playing until one of the people is out, meaning that they have no more cards. Now remember, as you're playing, if you run out of cards in your stack, you get to use the cards that you won. So once Edabetta is all out of these cards, she can continue playing with these. I haven't won any, so my stack's going to get done pretty quickly. Oswald has even less because he had that battle with Edabetta, so he might be in trouble here if he doesn't win a few rounds. And Doc has the ones she won plus the ones that she started with, so she's got quite a few as well. So you keep playing until one person runs out of cards, and then they're done, and then the rest of the people keep playing. So we'll pretend that Oswald's cards all were won by someone else. So his cards are gone, and now it's just me and Doc and Edabetta playing. And then we'll pretend that I ran out of cards, so now I'm out, and then it's just up to Edabetta and Doc. And whoever ends up winning is the one who ends up with all the rest of the cards. And the person who loses is the one who loses all of their cards. So you can play it that way, or you can also play it where you just play with a time limit. You keep playing like until whatever 15 minutes are done, because sometimes the game can go on and on for a good long time. So, which can be fun if you're not doing anything else, and but if you want, you can end the game just by having a time limit, and that works just fine too. You can decide. So what I'd like you to do today is to work on that. Play the game of war with someone or a few people from your family at your house. So use the full deck of cards, including the Jack, Queen, and King, and play. You can either do it with a time limit, or you can do it with playing until someone wins all of the cards. That's fine too. After you get done, then I'd like you to work on your assignment page. All right. Have a good day, you guys.